Alright, it's April 24th and I'm out at my beehive right now. This is my hive. I had it for 3 seasons and it's been, for the majority, a real productive hive and healthy hive. And one thing that I found that works for me, that gets me through the cold Michigan winters, is in the winter. A couple weeks ago, took this tar paper off. I got to get rid of it. But I wrap the hive with tar paper and make sure the hive still has a vent, and just make sure that you take the tar paper off before it gets too warm during the spring, because it can cause condensation in the hive. But anyways, what I'm doing today is I'm going to get in there and see how the bees are doing. This hive, the bottom super with the bottom tray, it's all rotted out. When I first got into bees, that it's fairly old versus the top two supers. So one thing, I ran a hive entrance reducer this winter, but however you can still see a mouse got in there, which was kind of unfortunate. So I want to definitely get out and replace this bottom box. And what I have right here is a new bottom that has a screen, so it lets the hive breathe easier. So that's one thing that I found that works pretty good. And during the winter, it has this little plastic sleeve that you slide in here, so then it can reduce the air during the winter. But another thing too, I started the hive on cinder blocks just to get it off the ground. One thing out here, I've noticed the skunks, for some reason, like to get in here, around here, and mess with this. So I kind of put it up a little higher just so they not mess with it as much. Here, it's on our property. Here's a creek line on the other side. There's creek lines, so these skunks are on these creek lines, and I found that just putting it on blocks helps it out without them messing with it a lot. And I did some trapping this winter to get rid of some of them. So yeah, I'm gonna start making videos, hopefully take along the season and kind of show the progress. And if you're watching this because you're raising bees or you're interested in getting bees, I highly recommend it. It's something that when I started doing it, you actually think of nature a different way, and there's always something to learn about bees. Alright, we're away from the hive right now, and this is the bottom super that I took off and replaced it with a new super. It just gives you a show how bees are adaptive. I mean, they went from this bottom super and they totally disregarded it and only lived in the second and third super. If we just pulled some of these frames and look at that, I mean, you can't really tell with the sun, but there is a mouse nest all in this bottom super, and they gnawed on the frames. I mean, everything. The bees weren't even touching this besides crawling down to get out the entrance. So this hive box is a total mess. It's not even worth salvaging it at all. So just as a reminder, make sure your hive reducers in the wintertime is secure. Alright, put a new bottom super in a tray back on here. Just checked in the second super, and we didn't identify the queen, but there is live larvae in there, so the queen is laying, and there's some brood. So that's a good sign. Hopefully this beehive will recover after that, having that mouse nest, and it looks like it should.